And joining us now with her insights is political strategist Jenny Sevilla-Korn. Jenny, thank you so much for coming back on. We really appreciate it. I want to get back to the Georgia election, a really tight race, as you know, but in the end, Warnock won. What do you think went wrong for Herschel Walker? Was it the messaging, the funding, or lack thereof? Was it the candidate? What do you think?
Well, good evening, Tracy. Thank you for having me on again. This what we have to really look at is that this race was very close. It was decided by less than 3 percentage points. So don't let the Democrats fool you that this was a big blowout. So it's a very close race. Brian Kemp put his whole campaign team behind Herschel Walker, but it just wasn't enough. I have 2 words for the Republican Party: early voting. We need to get better at it. We need to make sure that we're getting our people out early, because that is money in the bank before the election. Herschel Walker was just not able to get enough Republicans out on election day to vote. And you can't ever count on that, right? There's weather, people have appointments, people are late to work. There's a million things that could happen for voters. And so if the Democrats are getting their votes in early, we need to beat them at their game.
I want to go kind of beyond the Senate now and talk about the White House. As you know, Walker is yet another Trump-backed candidate who didn't cross the finish line. What do you think that says, if anything, about the former president's 2024 prospects?
Right. I'm tired of hearing the excuses about who endorses who. In the end, the candidate is what matters, and the candidate is the one that has to, they're the ones whose name is on the ballot, and they have to get their ground game together. And in the end, Herschel Walker's team just came up short. So endorsements, some of them went through, some of them didn't, but really the candidate matters, and how much money you raise. And as we see it now, Republicans need to do early voting and make sure that we get mail-in ballots before Election Day.
Jenny, I want to talk now about President Biden and his son, both under the microscope, as you know, for the Twitter Hunter Biden laptop saga as it continues to unfold. Do you think the president sees the results of this election as sort of a rallying cry to press on, full steam ahead in 2024? What do you think?
Right. So President Biden has been running for re-election since he won his first election. People who speculate that he didn't want to run, he's always wanted to be president. He's wanted to be president the whole time he was in the Senate. And the biggest indicator of that is President Biden trying to move the South Carolina primary up before Iowa and New Hampshire. Why would he do that? Well, the reason is because he won South Carolina, and that's what put him over the edge to actually catapult him to the presidency. So I believe he has decided that he's going to run 2 years ago.
Sticking with President Biden, I want to get your take on a comment that he made yesterday when he said he has more important things to do than to visit the southern border. Your reaction?
I wish I had an hour to talk to you about that, because I can't even fathom that statement. He said he had more important things to do than visit the border. He's gone to ice cream shops. I don't know how many times he's gone to Delaware. He doesn't have time to go visit the border. It is the president's sole responsibility and his administration to take care and secure our nation at that border. Just like a president would go down for a natural disaster to see what's on the ground and talk to the people on the ground, the border is something that needs to go be visited so that he could see for his own eyes what's happening and talk to the border agents. I went down to the Rio Grande Valley just a few months ago, and I was talking to Border Patrol agents, and they are demoralized. They don't believe that President Biden backs them up. So I hope it gets important on his agenda, because it's his sole responsibility to take care of this.
And Jenny, before I let you go, any final thoughts, anything else you have your eye on?
I think that the Republican Party, I already see it, is kind of looking to what happened in November, and now they're going to see what happened just yesterday. And I think, early voting, mail-in ballots, how do we make sure we get the vote out in the right places? Because the voters are there, Republicans are there. We just need to get them out and get them out before Election Day.
Well, Jenny Sevilla-Korn, always a pleasure. Great to get your insights.
Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
You too.